Well, this is it. This is the last day on the boat. This is the day we switch boats. This isn't even the last full day on the boat.
Yeah. Get her stuff out and do a final clean.
Yeah, and then we trade boats, which is like we're in Couch and Bay right now. The boat that we're buying is just right over there.
Here. Yes, so on right behind this boat. Can't really see it. Anyway, that's Couch and Bay. Oh, and it's coffee time.
It's a weird feeling. Like, I've had this boat for a year. It's the first boat that either of us ever sailed on. So it's like just really, I don't know, even though it like wasn't working for what we needed it to, it's still sad to see it go. But also, so we're doing a trade, partial trade. We're trading this one partially for the one that we're buying. And Blake, the guy who's going to be taking it, is great and loves to sail. So he's pretty excited about being able to single-hand it because his wife, she's got heart problems and can't really help him with the sailing portion. So that's really fun. I think they'll enjoy it on the weekends and stuff, which is really what it's like made for, not for living on like we've been trying to do. So I think that'll be good. But yeah, it feels kind of weird. It'll be sad because it's been a great boat other than the fact that we couldn't really live on it comfortably. It's awesome. It sails great. It's nice on the inside. It's just, yeah. Too cold in the winter and just not enough space to do life on it. So this one will be much bigger and much better for all of those things that we want to do on it. Anything else to say?
No, not really. I think you pretty much covered all the bases. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of sad as well. But the adventure continues.
The adventure definitely will continue.
So let's rewind for a second. A few months ago, we found this lovely boat online and decided to go take a look at her. For a long host of reasons, it took us months to be able to take her out for a sea trial and then to get her hauled out for a survey. We did this during COVID-19, so there were even more hurdles there. But she checked out and we decided she was going to be the boat for us. I'm going to let Blake tell you more about her now, as he owned her for 20 years before we decided to buy her off of him.
So, you want my name?
Yes.
Okay, so my name's Gordo Palon, south of the United States, and north of the United States I'm known as Blake. Okay, I want to tell you about a boat. I bought a boat when I was 14. That's a long story, I'm not going to go into that one. I sold a 42-foot trawler that I was going to convert because there wasn't enough living room on board. So, and I was looking around and I found a friend of mine that was selling the Nordic 5. So I made him a deal as soon as his twin screw aluminum welded boat, sailboat that he built, was livable, that I would buy the Nordic 5 from him. So that's what I did in 2000. So I've had the boat for 20 years, and as life went on and all the different adventures that I've had with the boat, I've probably done more with this boat than most people dream of, and it's been amazing. It's been a lot of fun. It's been challenging. You know, it's like any hobby. You put a lot of money into something, you never get it out. But that's okay. I'm not going to do any more big big travel with it. So it's time to move it on to somebody else that can love it and get all the little fine-tuning things back in shape again, and then just enjoy it, because it's a beautiful BC boat, and it's also an amazing offshore boat for pretty much any travel. So I've had it up in the Northwest Passage. I've had it down in Mexico and the Sea of Cortez for 5 years. I did one trip down to Panama and Costa Rica, and it's been an amazing boat. Anyway, I repowered the boat in 2005, I think, or 2004, and put a 4-cylinder Yanmar. Redid the whole engine room with a 17-gallon day tank and fuel polishing system and all kinds of things. And then that's when I really started to fall in love with the boat, because it had an old Perkins in it, and it was under exhausted, and it started to just push all the seals apart on the engine because it couldn't get rid of the pressure in the engine from the exhaust. It was horrible, leaked everywhere. It was a mess. And anyway, that is when I really fell in love with the boat, was when I got some really nice power in it, and started to go wherever the hell I wanted, whenever I wanted, day or night, not worry about it. So when I bought the boat from a Geoduck diver. They'd had the boat for about 9 years, I think, or 8 years. They bought it. They would have been the third owner, so I would have been the fourth owner of the boat. It was built by Peter Pedersen, and he launched it in 1976, is what I was told. And he launched it under the Burrard Street Bridge. So the reason that he built this boat the way he built it is because he wanted a fast boat. He loved sailing. He used to win the races from Vancouver to Nanaimo a lot. And he built it so that his wife could sail it. He had one son, and his wife could sail the boat. And so he had some fishing boats. So he would go way out fishing salmon 200-300 miles off the west coast, and then he would bring the fish back in, and his wife would leave Nanaimo when they first started fishing. She would sail around to Tofino. And then, as long as he was down somewhere south, he would bring the fish back to Tofino, and she would mark it and do all that, and so he'd head back out again. And then she went as far north as Winter Harbor, because in the seasons that he was fishing offshore, there was no other markets that were worth even taking it to Prince Rupert because of the bad weather up north. So she would move the boat around with her son, and then he would come and see them every 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how much fish he'd got and whatnot. So, and then she would, like I say, market it and deal with all that stuff, and then he would head out again. So her and his wife and her son rode the boat more than he did. He just used it on the fishing or the racing stuff more than anything. But so it's a quick boat. It's fast for its beam and whatnot, and pillows are important. There's a number of pillows in this boat, but they don't quite match the decor.
Well, we did it. We freaking bought a new boat! It's our first night on the new boat already. It's freaking crazy. We've already found some problems that we didn't realize existed until today. Logan's not very happy about it.
Well, it's just because it's been sitting unused for so long. I mean, parts of it and stuff, like I doubt Blake's had a shower in here for a while. And the showers at the marina are closed, and I haven't had one in 3 days, so I went ahead and had a shower, which the hot water worked flawlessly. That was nice. There was a bit of a leak at the tap, and the sump pump for the shower didn't work, so that was fun. But we have it mostly figured out.
Yeah.
And I am bagged.
It was like, we didn't really do a ton today, but it was freaking exhausting.
Emotionally
Yeah,
exhausting.
emotionally exhausting for sure. I didn't realize like how I was gonna feel getting rid of the Blue Peter, but I cried a little. It was, yeah. we like switched spots in the marina with this, like the two boats, and then it was just like, it hit me like we're done with the boat that we've had for the last year that was like our big kind of dream boat, the boat that started this whole change of lifestyle for us. And it feels really, really good to be on this boat right now, but it just, I don't know, I guess just letting go of like a part of something that kept the spark going for the last year. Even though it was kind of, I didn't really like it from the beginning for like hanging out on. Sail's great, but yeah, like I knew right off the bat it wasn't going to be our forever boat, but this one feels like it could be our for a long time boat anyway. It feels really good actually to be on here. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. It's a big boat and it's pretty overwhelming, but I think we'll get over that fast enough.
I do too.
Yeah, it feels like home, really.
Yeah, it does. I agree. We've only been on here for like a couple hours really, and it feels like home.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to figure out all the ins and outs and get caught up on the maintenance stuff.
Yeah, which will be a bit of time.
Oh yeah, yeah, it'll be a learning curve.
For sure.
But
yeah. But we'll catch you guys tomorrow when we start our first sail. Pretty excited about that. It's gonna be a lot of rigging to figure out. Blake had this boat rigged in a very kind of unusual for us way, so it's gonna be a big learning curve tomorrow, I think, but it's also not supposed to be very windy tomorrow, so maybe we can like kind of figure stuff out as we go without much of an issue. See how it goes. Anyway, catch you guys tomorrow. It's morning number 1 on board, and we've already found our first leak because it's pouring rain.
yay.
Which might be kind of lucky, actually, considering. But it's right above our bed. So here we are in the aft cabin, and it might be too dark to see, but actually, lights. Along here in the headliner jacket, it's leaking. So there's like a few spots where it's leaking. You can see it dripping there. That might actually be the spot right here.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna go and have a look outside.
So we're about to attempt our first kind of makeshift repair since buying this boat, so that we can actually sleep in the aft cabin because it's leaking right on our bed.
So I'm not sure exactly where it's leaking. Could be here, it could be here, or it could be through this joint. It's probably this joint here, I got a feeling.
Yeah, because that's where most of the water is, right?
Yeah. So
this is our aft cabin hatch.
yeah, so I see that rag. Yeah, we'll pull this all up when we have some drier weather.
Yeah, at least this is supposed to be the only rainy day in the next couple, so.
Just heat it up a little.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ah!
Good enough.
Yeah.
For today.
So here is our leak solution for that window, which seems to have worked pretty well.
Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. You can also see the rest of the interview with Blake by joining us on Patreon. And join us next week when we sail the Nordic 5 home